Friday in home.
Well, it's good to play in the PMAC. It's good to be home, and obviously we have gotten off to a shaky start, but one that I feel like these last few days we've really honed in on how we can be more efficient offensively, how we can better get off to a great start. That's something that we want to focus in on. When you're playing a team like Central Florida, who plays a 3-2. They're very aggressive in it. They like to turn you over. They've got really strong post play from last year's team, a team that obviously has great three-point shooters, and so we're going to have to be really locked into our scouting report defense, especially when you play a team like Central Florida.
Nikki, did you identify any specific issues y'all had offensively? Was it communication, or maybe just the youth of all the new and the inexperience of all the new players?
Well, I mean, during this time, you've had to be creative in how you implement your offense and your defense. And we knew that coming in, we were going to look for Kayla Pointer and Faustina Fua to establish themselves offensively. And we didn't do a great job of getting them the looks that they needed early on in our offense. And it is about our offense. It's about team ball. And we've got to be better in identifying that those two, especially a Faustina Fua, probably need touches a lot earlier, a lot sooner in the offense. And we're making a point to do that. We're making a point to get back on the boards and get ourselves some offensive putbacks. We made a point of emphasis that we've got to be better in converting in our transition game. I mean, when you turn a team over 26 times, we want a point of turnover. And so we didn't convert at the rate that I thought we would be. But it's still early in the season, and these guys are still learning each other with us having 6 newbies. It's still a work in progress, but very confident that this group can turn things around and be ready to put the ball in the hole, because we're going to definitely need to do so come tomorrow night.
So then you were felt okay about your defense for the most part. It sounds like y'all were doing what you wanted to do, but it didn't translate into a victory.
No, and we had a lot of good looks. It's not a matter of can we get shots off. It's a matter of we got to make shots. And we put a lot of pressure on our defense to be really good. And it gave us a chance by, again, turning teams over. But the name of the game also is offensive execution. And we've got to do a much better job of playing together, setting and using screens, making the extra pass. We were very anxious, I felt like we quick shot the ball way too many times in the shot clock. We were shooting one pass and shot in 25 seconds, 26 seconds. And we've got to settle into, again, working together, making sure we have ball reversal, making sure we have post touches. And I think that's going to really help our offensive execution.
Did the seniors step up a little bit this week in practice since that last game? I guess that's what you would want to see.
Well, you want to see your veterans step up, and that starts with Kayla Pointer and Faustina Fua. They've logged the most minutes than anybody on our team returning. And then Jalen Cherry, also a starter from last year, has an opportunity to really, be that impact player, be someone that we can count on for her ability to score, but also her ability to defend and rebound. And Awa Trosty, people are keying in on Awa. They're really coming out and trying to take away the 3 ball from her because of what she was able to do last season. And so I think she's got to go to her power game some. I think she's got to mix it up a little bit. We're looking for those 4 because of the experience to really set the tone for us. And then the supporting cast has also got to be ready to contribute as well.
But did you see them stepping up verbally in practice?
I did. I saw us being more in tune. I saw us being more aware and understanding time and possession. I saw this team saying, you know what, the way that we played last weekend is not the way we need to play going into this next game. And you did have our seniors taking on the role of calling team meetings. They obviously are voicing their concern of our lack of offensive execution. And what does that look like for this team moving forward? And we are all in agreement that Caleb Horner and Faustina Fua is our options that we have to start to look at and be well aware of. Has Faustine touched the basketball? Are we putting her in a position to be successful? And then I also got to move Caleb Horner around. People are keying in on her. You know, Faustine, every time she touched it, it was a double team. Now, she made the right read out of it and she kicked it out. And we got to be able to knock those shots down. You know, we had a lot of great looks. It's just a matter of, can we step up there and make the big shots that are needed to loosen up the defensive schemes that people are applying to our team this season.
Hey, Coach, I know you're not going to have the traditional environment that you're used to playing a home game on Friday, but is there a part of you that's hopeful that just being at home in the surroundings will create just to kind of compensate for your slow starts? You know, there's the energy out of the locker room and things like, I'm sure you don't want to continue to play from behind the entire time.
No, I don't want to play catch up. I don't want to play where we are looking at the score and, you know, it's a low scoring game and, okay, when we're going to get our offense going. Again, we're putting a whole lot of pressure on our defense to be really good and not miss any assignments. And so offensively, let's make the game a little bit easier. Let's get ourselves to the free throw line a little bit more. Let's make sure that we're converting in transition when we have numbers. Those are points that we've got to be able to count on. And then let's also count on, how about we get some offensive putbacks? You know, we missed the offensive rebounding. We got spoiled of an Ayanna Mitchell, who really did a nice job of giving us those second and third possessions. And so how are we going to make up for that? Well, it's got to be a joint effort. If you look at teams that have been successful and that are putting up a lot of points, there's two areas that they're scoring in. They're scoring in their transition game and they're scoring in offensive rebounding.
Everyone good? Okay. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate it.
Thank you.